Morning, good morning, good morning. It is the Sensitive Sage coming to you live once again from the Crystal Cave. And today we are going to be talking about two things that may seem a little, well, they're not really connected at all, but I'm going to show you and talk to you and tell you how they are so very freaking connected. And everything is connected and attached. Everything is energy and matter. You'll hear me say this time and time again. I apologize if there's any stomping around or thumping around upstairs. I live in a busy household. And one more thing, real quick. These are my opinions and life experiences. So keep that in mind. Again, though, you ask enough people their opinions and you see stuff that adds up and stuff that doesn't, you can put two and two together for yourself real quick. I have faith in you people. All right, now to begin with me going vegan. Well, I was raised French, Canadian, Italian, so grew up without it even being a second thought, frankly, eating it all the time, unfortunately. And then one day life changes. The friends that you're friends with aren't necessarily friends so much anymore. But then your body changes. Like I would eat chicken taquitos, and noticeably 15 minutes after I eat the chicken taquitos, I feel sad. I felt so depressed. I wanted not to do some very nice things, that's for sure. I just wanted to not exist at times. And I would notice this pattern whenever I would eat meat. I would shortly after become so sad and depressed and just blah. Ultimate lethargy, depressed, sad. Like, where does that come from? Where does that come from? For those of you who know about the meat industry, well, it's completely obvious. For those of you who don't and are kind of ignorant of the fact, I'm here to tell you that the meat industry is a monster. It's a nasty, nasty monster that actually makes no sense from a physics energetics perspective. We are herbivores. If you look at your digestive tract or the digestive tract of a human and you put it next to other herbivores, exactly the same. Our teeth are incredibly, incredibly similar to that of herbivores. I don't know where this whole omnivore thing came from. Everyone's like, oh yeah, the canines. Well, yeah, you have canines, but then so do apes, and they're herbivores. So, I mean, I don't know, people put two and two together. Now, how it's all correlated. Everything is energy and matter. Everything. Energy and gravity. And the thing with meat is it's accumulated a lot of negative gravity. On top of all the chemical warfare stuff, on top of all the hormone warfare stuff, your body was never designed to process. It's very nasty. These animals, before they're butchered, they are basically ruthlessly tortured. And the whole process, like, they feel everything you and I feel. Some of them are almost as cognizant and as intelligent as us. They absolutely feel the spectrum. Where they differ from us is we have thumbs. Lucky us, right? So it really just makes sense to me. It's almost like a crime against nature. Honestly, we need our protein. And to all you Rh negative bloodlines, there was some splicing that went on. I think you folks actually do need a bit more meat, but it's not something that was ever natural in our human paradigm. And now you may be asking yourself, how does this correlate to words? So again, everything is energy and gravity. So the stories that we tell ourselves every day, the stories surrounding literally everything, in this time of acceleration that we're in, literally everything is happening faster. If you have the right vibration, you can attract the vibrational opportunities you desire faster. Similarly, you can put up walls and boundaries and call nasty nasty stuff to you, or even create, frankly, nasty, dense thought walls, patterns, loops. I know from experience I built some without realizing I did, and I had to deconstruct them just because, we're not always taught the right things. And I'm here doing this for you all so you don't have to go through any of my mistakes. It's some of these, like the faith test trials, pushing yourself to the limits of what your family will tell you, and then the ultimate facts on the other hand, that's a brutal one to go down. So ultimate truths supersede opinions. I'm sorry if that offends anyone, but that's the facts. And the interesting thing about words is the words we tell ourselves surrounding things, surrounding it. It's almost like a spell, frankly. It is almost like a spell. I was raised believing, the animals, they don't really feel anything, la 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 la. They're not really cognizant. They don't really have a soul. Like all these bullshit things that we were told growing up, right? Well, I'm here to tell you, just as Albert Einstein would say, the field is everything. And there's no distinguishing that field from me to you, to Einstein beyond the grave, to your science professor down the road, to my family in this house, to literally everything, to someone on the opposite side of the world in India or China. We are all connected. And like beyond that, we're connected to literally everything in this reality. There's no distinguishing you between the field, between another person. And frankly, another fun fact, your atoms are like pixelation. Okay? Pixelation. There is more density in between your atoms than the atoms display themselves. Yet the atoms are what's supposedly physically there, right? Something's not adding up. So, words tying to veganism and this whole thing, we have to break through the stigmas around this. We have to crack open the vaults. The truth's being exposed one way or another. Honestly, choose which side you want to be on. And do you want to get a superbug? I'm not a rocket science, I'm not a biology professor, but I do know that for humans, it's not possible to contract animal viruses unless you've been immersed through eating, through being around animals enough where your genetics get adjusted a little bit, right? The superbugs that wipe out large populations are always transferred from animals and engineered. So, I'll leave you with that. Now, moving on with this whole words and stigmas, because frankly, I think there's a lot of lies out there surrounding the meat industry that allows people to feel better about it. And to be fair to everyone out there, show yourself the love. You were told the wrong thing. Don't beat yourself up over it. Don't hold on to it either, because that's just going to bring you down faster than you could possibly imagine, now more than ever. And as time keeps going on, we're ascending, ladies and gentlemen. It is a glorious time to be alive. Never has there been so much strife, yet so much opportunity. Never has the spectrum been so great on what you can feel, frankly, on both sides, which is why it is important to be going in the right direction. And never has the information despair been so great. Like literally, you got people vibrating and fact checking on this side, and they're pulling apart. This is the time. Again, sorry for all the stomping around. They're kind of carnivores out there, so they may not like what I'm saying. But I love and respect them, right? And we are in this together. Brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, we are absolutely in this together. We all want the best for each other. We all want each other's best, highest hopes and dreams for each other, right? And we all live on this planet together. This includes animals and all sentient life, right? Literally all sentient life. As above, so below. You cannot have things like that going on without it affecting the population's vibration en masse. And it's time of releasing density to rise back up to once we once were, to what we're supposed to be. All that stuff's gotta go. Everything is being exposed. Frankly, you'll be a lot better for it. If you're someone who is coughing and you've never smoked in your life, but you're eating meat, please put two and two together. Please, for your own health, for your own loved one's health, psychologically, mentally, everything. It's not what you're meant to be doing. It's not what any of us are meant to be doing. We're love, we are light. So just breathing in, transmuting and releasing all the dense energies. Go in. Find your center point, your 0 point. Listen to your body. Listen to what it tells you. Feel where these dense spots are, if you have any. If you don't have any, awesome. Lucky for you. You've been doing something right your entire life, or keep doing what you're doing. For those of you that too really pay attention to where they are and what they're telling you, you have that old cognizant ability. You can go in and you can literally discern if it's something you have created or if there's a culmination of stuff. So assess. Be. On that note, I think I'm going to talk about the final crystal of this talk. Well, the crystal of the day, I guess we'll say. And that will be moissanite. Moissanite is an incredibly awesome electromagnetic absorber. Kind of a shielder, kind of not quite a shielder. It's a bit more of an absorber. It can be kind of finicky. Excellent grounding. Excellent grounding is something I've noticed. And truly, if you're in a spot where there's just a lot of 5G, you bring this with you, you set it down. It will help create a small field around you, which blocks out some of it. It's not perfect, obviously. There's folklore about it going back to the days of Atlantis, where they made headpieces out of it that actually went all the way around your brain and then protected you from it. That is another time and another age, though. We are not here to talk about that. We are here to talk about veganism, words, and how they correlate together. Frankly, how it's all weight that we don't need if it's the wrong stuff. And if it's the right stuff, how it's going to bring things to you. The right things. So I hope everyone is having a lovely day. Namaste. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, share, post. Would really love to make as big a difference as possible. So your support is much appreciated. Helping me, helping other people. Love and light, everybody. Take care.